Hello. 9:35 p.m. December 8th. Checking down the corner of my computer screen. Just now retiring for the night. I had a pretty productive day today. Right now, my throat feels okay and talking isn't so bad. But I just know that come morning it's gonna feel different. I always think that I'm doing a lot better than I actually am, so I mean, it's getting progressively better, I'm sure. It's just, I don't know, it's not happening as fast as I would want, but I just have to be patient and all that. But anyway, I had a productive day today, which is nice. I went to a couple of stores with my mom, got gift wrap and ribbon for presents and stuff. What else did we do? We got home and then I took my brother to an appointment, came back, and ate cookies with my sister, chocolate chip cookies, and I have to say that I'm so happy with how they turned out, okay? Because for years and years and years, for as long as I can remember, right? Maybe there was one or two times where the cookies were actually pretty good, okay? But homemade, we were just never good at it. Whether it was me making it, my sisters and I making it, whoever, they would always just end up very, very dense and like cakey, right? And I just told my sister, I'm like, I just want to make good chocolate chip cookies, right? So we looked up a recipe, and it's there are a couple of things that I hadn't done before. So, for example, like letting it sit or rest in the refrigerator for we had it sit for like an hour or so, for like at least 30 minutes, longer if you want, and then two, setting it on parchment paper when you set the cookie dough on the baking sheet, right? And I'm not sure which, if not both, like helped the process. I'm sure it did, but we made cookies that actually that were actually good. So they're the ones that like get really really flat. I prefer a little bit more thickness maybe, but honestly, for the first try, I'm so happy. I think the biggest thing is making sure you don't overmix it. And I've always heard that don't overmix things, because in the recipe that I looked it up on, and if I remember to, I'll try to link it in the description box. But the reason for that, I guess, is if you agitate the flour enough, the gluten in the flour toughens up, which makes the dough a lot tougher, which makes the cookie a lot cakier, like, okay. So yeah, I barely mixed it, so it got really really flat, but I don't know, maybe I'll mix it a little bit more next time, I don't know. But we have the other half of the dough. We only baked half tonight, and we'll bake the rest tomorrow or something. But yeah, I was just really mindful to just fold in like the chocolate chips and the flour and everything, to the point where even like the white of the flour and baking soda was still apparent, but not super apparent, but just enough where it just looks like it's just like a light dusting. And then I just even left it at that and barely touched it after it was incorporated and everything. So I don't know, talking about cookies, like chocolate chip cookies, and I'm sure like people already know this about cookie dough, but like I didn't realize how little you need to mix it. and, mess around with it. So, good learning opportunity. Hold on a second, I need to get water. But, yeah, I'm really happy. I'm really happy. Ooh. Yeah. What else? Also, prepared dinner for my parents because one of my other sisters said that she would cook dinner, but I guess that fell through for some reason. She's not even home yet, actually. So, we just got, marinated ribs that were already in the freezer. We threw that in the oven, and then I made, roasted cauliflower, and my sister made, steamed rice for them, so it was good. And then we watched, Once Upon a Time a little bit, episode 10 of season 1. We're trying to get my dad into it, because my mom and my dad, because of my sister who I baked the cookies with, she got them into NCIS, and they've watched the entire series already. My dad still watches it. He's watching it over again, I guess, and he'll watch it well into the night. And so my mom's trying to get him hooked onto a different show, one that's not as stressful like that. So we're trying to go for Once Upon a Time. So yeah, it's funny. Watched a little bit. He seemed kind of interested, but we were on episode 10 and he doesn't know the backstory or the context very well, so we'll get him there. What else? Yeah, my brother and I, while the cookie dough was resting, we went over to McDonald's because I have been craving chicken nuggets. I don't know why. And so the same time, tonight and then last night, I just felt like I could eat anything, which, by the way, I've eaten more today. So I need to kind of watch what I'm eating, right? Hopefully tomorrow I can excuse me, go to the grocery store, because I've been really, really wanting, excuse me, I'm burping, I'm sorry, from eating, just gulping up air along with my food, but, what's it called? What was I saying? Oh, grocery store tomorrow, hopefully, because I've been really wanting, my Greek yogurt. I get the Zoe brand, and the honey flavor, and normally I'll mix in some Kind granola mix or whatever into that, but because the granola is a little bit too piecey and it getting caught and everything, I haven't put it in there, but I've recently put PB2, which is like a powdered peanut butter essentially, in there. It's so good. So I've been craving that, and I only had one container by the time I had my surgery, and I split that between 2 days. So it's been a couple of days since I've had it, and I'm craving it. So I've been keeping track of my weight, and I've gained a little bit back today, which is good in a sense, but I don't know, during this time where I'm, not able to eat, super, freely, I'm trying to be a little bit more mindful of what I'm eating. Granted, again, I had McDonald's with my brother, but still, we got some and we brought it back home, and just, while my sister and I were putting the dough onto the sheets, the cookie dough, we were just eating and watching The Office. It was nice, with my mom in the dining room. Everybody else was at work still at this point, but it's a good night. Yeah, so I ate a little bit more too afterwards. Again, those ribs, I had one. I should drink more water. I'm hoping to drink, it's about this full right now, and I want to finish this and then drink another one before bed. We'll see. And then I washed dishes after dinner and everything, and I started watching While You Were Sleeping with Sandra Bullock and Bill Pullman, I think is his name. It's a super cute movie. My sister and I, especially my sister, she's really into watching it over and over again, so I love this movie. So I'm gonna get back to it after I drop off here. I don't know. Today was a good day. So yeah. Someone just opened up their door and I was like hearing me talk to myself. Surprise. That sounded so creepy. Anyway. Yeah. I might record another chapter of Ella Enchanted. I haven't posted the first chapter yet. Maybe while I watch While You're Sleeping and while I'm cleaning my room and all this stuff, maybe I'll do that as well. I will upload it. I think I will do that after I drop off here. I don't know. Today was a good day. And I got to talking to a friend a little bit. As well while I was baking and stuff, so it was good. Tomorrow, okay, so one last thing. I bought, so when we went grocery shopping for Thanksgiving dinner and things, I went with my dad, and I picked up a small, quart maybe, of, or maybe a pint, I don't know, of buttermilk, just for funsies in case we needed it for something. And the Best Buy date was today, the 8th, so tomorrow morning, assuming I don't wake up super late, I want to make buttermilk biscuits. Yes. Yes. Buttermilk biscuits with gravy. Ooh, we don't have butter. Ooh. Maybe I'll go to the grocery store in the morning. Oh wait, my brother, I think he has a thing tomorrow. I'm not really sure. We'll see. But hopefully if not tomorrow, then the next day. To use up that buttermilk, right? So, just remembered that. I'll use it for something. I'm wanting to use it, is my point. Maybe I'll play around with makeup, too. I'm just gonna do all these things. See, like, that's my issue. I'm wanting to do all these things. Like, 4 different things at once, and then I end up doing none of it. Basically, the least productive thing is what I end up doing, so. Okay, it's getting to be almost 15 minutes. No one's gonna watch this, but, I do this partially, mostly for me to look back on, so. Yay, talking to yourself. Oh, I think I'll trim my nails tomorrow, by the way. Do you see how crooked my middle finger is? Do you see that? Isn't that funny? It's kind of funny and weird. It's just crooked. It's the way my finger is just shaped. It's just like, it's curved a little bit like that. It's not completely straight. But anyway, okay. I think that's it. I'm losing my thoughts. Where have I been looking this entire video? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway. Because I'm trying to look up. Trying not to, look at myself here on the screen, but just to make sure that I don't look like a fool. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna get going. And maybe I'll post this right after. The chapter or this first? The chapter. Yeah, first, I think. Okay, I'll do that first. Alright, until next time. Bye.